I changed the world through your eyes. Normal always changes, I swear. What you cook looks aesthetically pleasing, but no seasoning. Maybe it's the time to let loose what you're having. Not everything is as it seems, but no, it's always happening. Drugs in my cabinet, the plug walked past me in the club, but he tapped me trying to make some kids rich. No more chasing ill shit, bro, I'm too ill for this. Paying these bills with bills, changing my feel for bliss. I got brothers that's been killed, it made my mind shift. I don't utter a sound, I let you judge what you want. I know I've been on the ground, coulda got hit with a round of round news, splitting my image and brows. Am I limited? Limitless death holding me down, and my pigment is the loudest. Wait, I'm smoking loud, let me finish it. I'm one of one in the crowd, I can't act like I don't know as of now what my mission is. I told a story once or twice about where I wanna live. Stuck in the future, that's why I flights delayed. Hoping to give back, no kickback, and definitely what I pay. They say we ain't a man.
What it is, nigga? Yeah. That big homie for you, nigga. Sick of you fake ass industry niggas acting like y'all in the game and y'all really ain't. Fuck, acting like fuck, nigga. This planet for you. I feel like Lil Boosie, man, you niggas can't. These niggas can't. The street ass niggas stay up out my way. Get out my face. I'm in the trap, I ain't tryna rap on sway. I'm in the trap. This planet for you. I'm out this work. This planet for you. Planet for you. I feel like Lil Boosie, man, you niggas can't. These niggas can't. The street ass niggas stay up out my way. Get out my face. I'm in the trap, I ain't tryna rap on sway. This planet for you. I'm out this world. Wake up in the AM and the reefer get sparked. Dude. Real trap nigga dressing like Shannon Sharp. I'm clean. In the streets, it ain't nothing but some whales and sharks. I jug with finesse, yeah, this shit is an art. Finesse. Smoking Oreo, shit is purple, it's dark. Dang. Return of the Mac, bitch, I'm feeling like Mars. Rocking all this jewelry, I'm the one like Kyler Murray. I'm the one. Yeah, that bitch pretty, but she only give me flirts. With my girl at the bar, we taking some shots. Toast. Get them lows and easy, I got folks at the docks. Plug. Sipping ginger tea in the morning, it's hot. Healthy, fake ass jury, boy, your ass need to stop. Boy, stop. I feel like Ja Rule, all the hoes holla holla. Waves on swim, I just came from the barber. I stepped in the room and she digging my posture. Who that? Jumbo shrimp, I'ma dip it in tartar. It's good. It's planet for you. I feel like Lil Boosie, man, you niggas can't. Industry ass niggas stay up out my way. Get out my face. I'm in the trap, I ain't tryna rap on sway. I'm in the trap. This planet for you. This planet for you. I feel like Lil Boosie, man, you niggas can't. Industry ass niggas stay up out my way. Get out my face. I'm in the trap, I ain't tryna rap on sway. This planet for you. Yeah, nigga. You still 10 toes down.
Yo. Welcome to Disagreeable. This is Disagreeable. I'm Disagreeable, coming to you from a very special location. Actually, I don't know how special it is. You feel me? I'm about to slide to another state tomorrow. Feel me? I'm gonna hit it back to Georgia, but right now I'm in South Florida, helping a homie out with one of his businesses. You feel me? I'm in a vape shop. What would you call this? A vape shop? A head shop? So yeah, I was helping with the major operation in the warehouse or whatever, but this is where I'm needed today. So we're chilling. So I might be in and out. I'm just letting you know that because I might be in and out. I might need to sell somebody a highly addictive little robotic. I might need to sell somebody a little vape. You feel me? And maybe we could talk about like I did this a couple days while being out here. I've been out here like a month, and I did this a few days. You feel me? And it's very interesting seeing the dynamics of dealing with people and addiction. You feel me? And it's a functional addiction, so people just think it's all good. But we'll get right into it. You can see the title. We got Chaos for Dummies, Disruptive Technology, One Kick 10,000 Times. You feel me? Let's talk about Chaos for Dummies. Because I want to be able to help people out give them a bit of direction. Have you in this matrix, this false reality, this simulacra, samsara, maya, whatever you want to call it, things can. Have you ever considered that you feel a lack of direction because there is no direction to be going? Do you ever feel? Have you ever considered that you might be feeling a lack of direction because there is no direction for you to be going? Does there mean that the direction does not exist? A path does not exist? No, but you must forge the path. You might be the type of person who sees the paths that are being offered to you and you are not content with those. You feel me? Therefore, what do you got to do? The beautiful thing about being in this evil matrix or whatever, this simulacra, you can interface with it. It needs you. It needs you. You feel me? So you can interface with it. How do we do that? We do that through imagination. Imagination, people who are trying to be super analytical or mature, whatever you want to call it, you don't want to indulge in the woo-woo, you'll go directly to thought. You feel me? Thought comes after imagination. You imagine and then you think, formulate. You feel me? Then that can turn into action. Then that can turn into action. You feel me? But some of you are so stuck in pattern, so deep in pattern, that you can't even imagine something new. And that's where chaos comes in. Because one thing that a person is goddamn destructive. You feel me? One thing that a human is destructive. So why don't you destruct the bullshit cage that you've built around yourself? How about you do that? Have you considered that? Have you considered that? You feel me? And since we are technology and we are multi-dimensional beings, why don't you introduce some disruptive technology into your system? You feel me? What is this? A technical disturbance refers to an unexpected technological outage or system failure. Wait. Man, did I just change this page? Hold up. Boom. I don't know why it went back. Oh yeah, disruptive technology refers to any innovation that significantly alters how consumers, industries, or businesses operate, ultimately displacing established legacy systems and creating entirely new markets. That is what you need to do for yourself. You have to introduce disruptive technology. How do you introduce the disruptive technology to the biological, technological being that you are? How do you do that? Through imagination. Imagination. And that's where it gets fun. You feel me? You limited thought motherfuckers. You negative self-speak motherfuckers. How about you imagine some help with that bullshit so you can then quantum shift and change your reality? I'll say it again. You negative self-talk motherfuckers. You limited thought people, limited reality people. There's this self-talk in your head. You I can't motherfuckers. Since you can't, or let's take a look, I'm trying to be more on my Bob Proctor shit. I should just take can't totally out of my shit. Since you are not at this time finding the ability to do so. It's not that you can't, you're just not at this time finding the ability to do so. the beautiful part about that is you can imagine some help. Now, before we get into how to go about imagining some help, let's look into this idea. What is a servitor? And we're gonna, you know, I freestyle these shows, and we're gonna approach it like this: servitor. A servitor is an attendant, servant, or someone who acts under the direction of another. Can you imagine yourself having an attendant, servant, or someone who acts under the direction of another, which is you, helping you with these issues, this limited belief, this negative self-talk? What if you imagine there was a person or some type of beast and a mixture of animals, whatever you want to do? That's the beautiful part and the fun shit about the imagination. You can make it whatever you want. But this thing that you create and you give it all these attributes in your imagination, in your mind, go into your childlike mind, down to the textures of the skin, body, the scales or the feathers or whatever it has, whatever you're imagining, the facial features, the scent that comes off of this animal. You feel me? The sounds it makes when it moves. You feel me? All the attributes it has. And you fully create this thing. And now you give it a job. And what's this job? Keeping negative self-talk out of your fucking head, since you can't just do it, since you can't just tell that shit to fuck off. You feel me? And I'm not saying it's easy. It becomes easy once you've done the one kick 10,000 times. You feel me? But I'm giving you a cheat code right now. Create a servitor and have that shit guard your mind against limited beliefs and negative self-talk. Whenever that shit comes towards your mind, your servitor is gonna pop up because you've created it and you gave it a job and a place to live. You've created a world. You are here to create. Ye are gods, right? Right? And like I said, I'm holding down some business right now, so I might have to jump in and out. But as for now, ye are gods, right? So just create this being, this thing, whatever it is, creature, and put that bitch to work. And if you think this is silly, how about you try it? How about you try it? You feel me? And hit the like button. People coming through the show not saying anything. It's cool. It's cool. I know I haven't gone live in a while, and this isn't even the official live. This is just a warm-up. This is just something like I feel like I needed to say. Chaos is good. Your mind has been trained to equate chaos with destruction, violence, and pain, when chaos is only the coming apart. The coming apart. Chaos is the opportunity to reassemble, to remember, to recollect. You feel me? So embrace chaos to let you destroy your current pattern, which is not serving you to whatever means to an end you need your patterns to be serving you, for you to acquire the experiences in which you wish to acquire within this thing. You feel me? Whatever this is. Life. You know, we got 360 DG Perpetual. We're good with it, man. Feel me? You pass through the show, hit the like. We're just talking some good shit. As you can see the title, Chaos for Dummies. Disruptive technology. One kick 10,000 times. And I will repeat. I guess you're already here to hear the chaos piece. I will repeat. Introduce disruptive technology into your technological system. And what gives you the opportunity to do that? Your imagination does. You know, this is where we get into a practical magic. You feel me? This is where we get into what practical magic. You feel me? Your imagination is the end all be all. It is the beginning, it is the precursor of thought. People just forget the most important tool. They think they're thinking, they think they're toiling, they think they're ruminating, when that is not necessary. The thought is for the ordering of the imagination. The thought is for the manifestation of the imagination. The imagination is doing the work. The imagination is the engine. You feel me? You need to work that shit. If you can't remember being a kid, guess what? If you can't remember being a kid and having a dope ass imagination like I do, it might just not even fire like it was. But how about if you can't remember having this level of imagination? How about when you look at kids sometimes when you're around them now as an adult? You ever see a kid sometime, motherfucker just close his eyes and then he'll just start tripping out. Motherfucker will fall back laughing, rolling around, all types of shit like that, tripping balls. You feel me? He just created a whole world in his mind, a whole show. His cartoons were interacting with each other. The crazy shit was going on in his head to the point where it caused a visceral physical reaction, an outburst of joy. That is proof in itself that the imagination is the end all be all. And you don't need to make it any more complicated than that. You see that reaction from the imagination that the child gets? That's proof of the imagination manifesting itself within the physical world. Now take that to the next level. You feel me? Take that to the next level. And now, how do we connect that to the one kick 10,000 times? I'm so opposed to negative self-talk and negative self-image. And I need to work on this. That if motherfuckers around me are talking negatively of themselves or using these I can'ts and things like that, I usually want to get away from you. I feel like it's contagious. But, and it may be, but maybe I can, not maybe, all things are possible through the imagination. You can work on this attribute, like which monk is more powerful, which monk is more in tune? The one that stayed in the temple in the mountains his whole life and achieved this level of, let's just say nirvana for lack of better words, or is it the monk who moved to the city and had a school and was teaching these concepts, and within the turbulent and the tumultuous city life, he found the same level of nirvana? Who's iller with it? You feel me? Who's iller with it? What can you deal with? Can you keep your flame still in a hurricane? Listen to me. Can you keep your flame still in the whirlwind? That is the ultimate control. And maybe on another show, I'll get further into this, how this has connected to my trading journey and understanding and breaking, how do I say, dismembering chaos, dismembering and recollecting and creating new thoughts and memories and new realities, understanding that, because I always knew how to get money. You feel me? Getting money is not the issue. Getting money is not the issue. So my pursuit of the markets was not purely about getting money. It's all types of ways I can get money. People love me in the streets. If I wanted to go back to old street life, very easy. I never have to be hurting if I wanted to take those risks. I know a lot of people in the business world. I know a lot of people with construction companies. I know a lot of people with businesses all through South Florida, all through South America. I could easily go work for somebody. You feel me? If it was just about money and making very good money. If it was about that. It's not about that. It's about breaking this reality and understanding that, how do I say this? When it comes to your biological and spiritual, so-called metaphysical existence, it is beyond the basic mathematical. 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. And you know, when you get into a theoretical mathematics and sciences and all that shit, it gets weird, it gets fringe. And when it gets so fringe, it gets quantum. And when it gets quantum, what's that mean? It means they don't know what the fuck's going on. It just sounds cool. It just sounds cool. And I'm not telling you to be super smart guy and try to decipher these things. You need to exist in this place because that's where you were born and that's where you really are supposed to be. The constant propaganda, the constant nonsense, the constant oppression from the just the system itself is oppressive. The law itself is nonsensical and oppressive. You feel me? Let's just call it law. Let's just call it government. It's oppressive. It's nonsensical. You feel me? You're in a cage. You can get a lot of money, but let's not. No, let me keep this on what it's supposed to be on. Hold on. We got. I know it was rhetorical, but I say the latter. I was on a rant, a ramble, whatever you want to call it. So let me know exactly what you're referring to if you're still here. You feel me? And feel free to hit the like button and add to this conversation. Add to this conversation. When I was saying, maybe I got lost in the weeds for a second. When I was speaking about disruptive technology, and since we are biological, technological creatures, we are basically, you say my body because you know this body isn't you. You feel me? So since you are operating this technology and through your imagination, you have an opportunity to introduce what they call disruptive technology. You feel me? I'll run through it again. Disruptive technology refers to any innovation that significantly alters how consumers, industries, or businesses operate, ultimately displacing established legacy systems and creating entirely new markets. Now that's you. You are the consumer. You are the industry. You are your own business operative. You feel me? And you need to ultimately displace the established legacy systems that have been placed inside of you, in your mind, blocking and suppressing your imagination. And you need to create entirely new markets. And easier said than done. But how do you displace it? How do you displace this fucking established system? You need a little chaos, baby. You need a little chaos, baby. You need to break pattern, whatever it takes. And what I've done over the past year, and maybe at some point I'll get very detailed into it, is the great work. You feel me? Something that's seemed in the time so difficult was the best time of my life. Been the best time. Been the best time. And I've had a lot of good times, a lot of villas, a lot of penthouses, a lot of cool shit. This has been the best time. Acquiring this new level of understanding, changing my mind, changing reality. You feel me? Been doing some pretty nice trades, some pretty nice percentages on these trades. And in this last week, and this is why I don't relate to a lot of people when people say they want to do certain things. I don't believe you. And I don't really be talking to people like that. And I'm here to encourage you to have self-belief. My bad, I got a text. This guy's bugging. All right. Fucking text message made me lose my train of thought. Damn, somebody tell me where I was at. I was about to cook. Oh, facts, the two types of monks. You feel me? And I'm not shitting on the monk that wants to stay in the hill. You feel me? But you're gonna that's the monk that if you want to stay in the mountains and meditate, go do that. You're gonna have that experience. But don't be in the city bitching. All right. Now, in physics, action at a distance is the concept that two objects can interact with one another without physically touching or interacting through an intervening medium. Now, since we are multi-dimensional beings, you feel me? Do you think you can, within your mind, within your imagination, which is the ground floor and the engine of everything, do you think you can imagine a better version of you? Do you think you can imagine and see yourself doing different things within your imagination? You feel me? Now, if you can really conceptualize and make this real in your mind, you feel me, down to detail, you want to use your imagination to its full capacity. When I say full capacity, a motherfucker can imagine a spider's walking on them and they'll jump up to the roof and do all types of crazy shit like that. You feel me? You could have how do you say, not false memories, but phobias, shit that don't make sense. It is your imagination going off. It's you're in the ocean of emotion and imagination, and your boat don't got no rudders and shit. But guess what? You can imagine some rudders on your fucking boat and take control of that. And that's what needs to be taken control of. And I've decided to harp on this. This will be the point I will stick to, even on my trading channel. Because my trading channel not going to be about trading for the most part. Yeah, you'll see how I trade, the concepts, how I've simplified everything, how time is overpriced, followed by level, then followed by behavior. Feel me? What time is it? Are we at a level? Who's trapped? The behavior of price. Simple. You feel me? So that don't take a lot of book learning to be able to get down. What takes time to get down is dealing with a psychological monster which is within you. And even if you don't have some type of psychological issues, you do have the psychological issue of being a human. You feel me? Dealing with the greed, the scarcity mindset, all the things you need to get away from to be successful within the business, such as trading. But the thing about trading is it's all about risk versus reward and probability. So this skill that you develop in this world is super transferable. You feel me? Super transferable. Everything is probability and everything is risk and reward. And when you're truly thinking in these terms, shit gets interesting. And you might be thinking, oh, of course it is. Everything is. And everybody thinks in probabilities and risk and reward. Everybody does that. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Even yourself, even the responsible cool guy. You feel me? Even you. Hold up. Who's pulling up? Who's pulling up? Is this a homie or is this some random? It's not the homie. My bad. Like I said, we're coming to you from a very interesting location today. I've been in South Florida helping some my peoples out who I own like major businesses or whatever. This one particular guy is a bait distributor, and I'm at one of his shops right now because nobody could be over here. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go chill in the shop. And I thought it was a homie pulling up. I don't know who the fuck these guys are. I think they're gonna go get drunk next door. Oh yeah, they got pool sticks. Yeah, they're going to the pool hall. They're going to the pool hall. But yeah, does anybody have anything to say about this? And if you are just joining now, hit the like button. If you're scared to say something, just let me know. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'll go over it again because it's very important. It's very important. Should I make that the channel name and not even deal with the trading in the market and none of that shit? Chaos for dummies. You feel me? Should that be what it is? Because to me, these are very simple. I'm so deep with these concepts that's not even fridge science to me. I don't even think in terms of woo woo. I only say that to you guys so you can just give something a chance. Why don't you think differently for once? You feel me? Why don't you introduce some disruptive technology to your system? Why do you displace the old establishment within your mind? Why don't you replace, why don't you impeach and kick out and overthrow the government in your mind? You feel me? Why don't you establish a new government? Why don't you establish a new government in your mind? You feel me? You have the opportunity to do that through the powerhouse of the imagination. You feel me? And people are here, but they don't want to say anything. Is your imagination broke? What's wrong with your imagination? Your imagination weak? Huh? And I would like to know too, like, because I don't really care what you got to say, but I'm open to hearing if you have some pushback to this idea. This is why speaking positively to yourself, it's in itself is magic, practical magic attaching to the imagination. You feel me? That's why weird shit, like they say, forcing a smile on your face when you feel bad will make you feel better. That's how much of a technology we are. That action is connected to a good feeling, and your body don't even know how to react anymore. It's going to go into default mode, which is connected to that action. So why don't we go deeper since we know these surface level things? Feel me? People are, I don't believe in magic. I do. Oh, that's woo woo. I don't believe in all that metaphysical stuff. All right, so do you believe in medical journals? You believe in medical studies? You believe you believe in these observations, these tests, right? That means that you're mundane ass. You mundane motherfucker. That means you believe in the placebo effect. And the placebo effect proves my premise. The imagination is the ground floor, the powerhouse, the engine of everything, the precursor to thought. And it's proven through medical science. All right? So these concepts are not going to be argued. You feel me? People who want to debate these type of concepts are beneath me. And if you are understanding what I'm talking about right now, they are beneath you. Do not cast your pearls to swine. You feel me? Does that mean don't waste your time with an individual stupid motherfucker, but still be yourself, let your light shine. And if this person wants to be shined upon, pause for, because we're immature. Pause. But if this person wants to be shined upon, they will get the light. All you have to do is be a beacon, be you. Stop concerning yourself with the things outside of your mind. The imagination. And it takes time. It takes time. Repetition and trauma. Mind control, auto-suggestion. You feel me? It takes time, but it's very necessary, and I am just began. Because I've done this before. I break patterns. I've lived so many lives. I've changed my life. But it's interesting to do it again after so much time because I was doing the same business for so long. And now that I'm building this trading business, it's so interesting to see how a year ago compared to now where my understanding is. And most people discount this shit because they usually get their knowledge and their understanding by going to school. And in going to school, they're usually putting up some type of money or funds or some shit like that. And that inspires them to not waste their fucking money and time and shit. And their end goal with the school or whatever is to get some position or some weird, whatever it is. Feel me? Because I believe in skills. I don't believe in schools. You feel me? When you do something like going on a mission to teach yourself something, being the true autodidact, you get to see yourself go from full confusion to being lost in the woods, to finding a path, to building a shelter, to finding water. I'm using that as what's the right word? It's an analogy. So whatever. You start to see the things fall into place, and it's very interesting. It's like when I was first teaching myself Spanish. You go from not knowing shit, you keep kicking this fucking wooden doll. You know, I like to equate things to kung fu. I'm a martial arts nerd, old school martial arts nerd. You keep kicking this fucking wooden doll. You keep doing the Jeet Kune Do exercises. You keep doing your katas. You feel me? And then understanding just sinks in. Like back when I was practicing Shintaido with my teacher Sam, a lot of things that he was teaching me and concepts he was speaking about sounded far out to me. And I only listened to him and didn't interrupt or give my pushback because I respected him. He's my boy, and I knew he was expertise. And this is a very interesting situation. We were young. Like my teacher is somebody I went to high school with, and he was being taught directly by a 36 style master directly from Japan who like moved to Miami. You feel me? So he learned from him mad years, and then the old man passed away, and I was learning from him. You feel me? So I say that to say this: when some of the concepts he would bring were far out to me at the time, but I would just listen respectfully. And through the repetition of the training, these concepts such as chi, the way your energy moves, being able to see these things, and being able to feel when somebody powerful is around, like a goddamn Dragon Ball Z scouter or some shit like that. That sounded nonsensical to me until I observed it, until I felt it. You feel me? Until you've been training and moving in sync and motion, and time disappears. You feel me? You will not. You can't comprehend these things unless you've sought to experience them. And most people don't seek to experience shit besides what's handed to them. You feel me? So I guess maybe now that, you know, I freestyle this show, so maybe now that I'm talking, I'm realizing maybe this isn't for everybody. Maybe this is for the selected few, the reality transurfers. Feel me? The real players in this GTA. Maybe there are a lot of NPCs. You feel me? And you're just experiencing. You know. Some people say like everybody's just a reflection of yourself. So there is only you. You're just seeing different. You're just interacting with different aspects of yourself within reality. That's all good, right? If you can even think about what I just said, bring it back to yourself and how we are multi-dimensional beings with an infinite, overpowered imagination. And this imagination can impress itself upon this reality and do just about anything. Why would you not take advantage of that? Right? Why would you not create a servitor? A servitor is an attendant servant or someone who acts under the direction of another. Why would you not create this being and put it to work within your mind? Why wouldn't you create this disruptor technology and put it in your system? You know the craziest thing about this shit too? Because I like keeping it magical. Because I can keep this shit totally science. I keep this shit and I can keep connecting the dots for mundane motherfuckers to see how, oh, he's not talking about magic, it's actually science, it makes sense. You feel me? I don't got time for all that, man. We're talking about the imagination, the powerhouse. You feel me? Hit the like button. You feel me? And here's the interesting thing about a thought form. Here's the interesting thing about a thought form. When you create this thing with full intention and you're serious about it, make a bit of a ritual out of it, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I got to do a ritual? No. Just break pattern. Just break pattern. Maybe when you create your servitor to handle these jobs within the battlefield of your mind, to keep the negatives, to keep the negative self-talk and the limited beliefs away and shit like that. Maybe like, oh, I'll go to the beach today and I'll just sit on the sand and I'll meditate and I'll create this thing. You feel me? Just the action of you doing something different out of the ordinary anchored that to this reality. You therefore started bringing this shit into this reality. And guess what? You're in this shit whether you like it or not. And here's the crazy part is, You only got to do this once and then forget it, because we are technology. And this thing that you created will run in the background operating system of your mind, of your mental, physical technology, and it will do the work for you. It's better if you are aware and you try to work in conjunction with this thing, maybe summon it when you need it. Hey, yeah, hey, yo, servitor, whatever the fuck you call it, yo, pull up. So negative self-talk, feel me? The self-doubt is creeping in. Go put hands on that nigga. Put hands on that motherfucker. Thank you, servitor. Feel me? Your servitor could be a goddamn a lion's body with 7 wolves heads. You feel me? 7 wolves heads, a tail made out of 36 swords. You feel me? And whatever you want. You feel me? Just put it to work. Just put it to work. If you want to see change in this reality, or you keep doing it the mundane way and not seeing progress. Does that mean that you don't need to do the mundane work? Yes, you do need to do. Prayer without works is dead, my guy. You feel me? Prayer without works is dead. But this is lubricating this reality. Huh? You're in the reality whether you like it or not. So you might as well lubricate it so you can slide on through this shit like the cool little pimp that you are. Right? Reality trans pimping. Damn, that sounds wrong. That's Hold up. If you guys don't know about that Vadim book, Reality Transurfing, that's what I was talking about. I tried to flip that. That shit did not work out. Y'all ever heard of Reality Transurfing? By Vadim Zeland? You feel me? I think Halo might have put me up on these books back on these books back in the days when I was reading mad books and we came across each other. Hey yo! This is fucking yo. Pause is hilarious. I'm never gonna stop pausing things. Yeah. Oh, if you're saying pause, that means you're always thinking. No, not really. It's more knowing that we live in a weird, gay ass reality, and it's a very peaceful, funny protest. It's a very peaceful, funny protest. Hold on. Yeah, let's pull it up. See, it's a book. I swear to God, it's a book. Right? So, I think I've lamented about the what's the right word? I want to use the right word. Utility? About the overpowered utility of the imagination. And I gave you a simple way to interface and to introduce disruptive technology into your technology, into your personal system, your personal business, you the consumer, you the business, you the technology, you feel me? You the industry. You feel me? And I feel like very few people will do it, but the one person who does this message is more than doing his job. You feel me? And I will collect these thoughts better. Because I feel like this is a lane. Feel me? Chaos for Dummies, a chaos coach. Huh? A chaos coach. Who's just pulling up? This homie? No, it's not the homie. But I don't know. I forgot to take the banner down. Damn. All right, banner down. Show started. Now the show. Now the show started. You feel me? And yo, are you willing to do one kick 10,000 times? And when I say that, I'm not even really speaking about mastery. I'm speaking about being fucking relentless when it comes to achieving and manipulating this reality into what you want it to be. Your terms, how you want to do it. You're still here. Things are being born, growing, and then deteriorating and decomposing. So you cannot escape the suffering of the attachments. You feel me? You can't escape the suffering. People who you love are going to die. And that's enough. There's other sufferings I could connect to it right now, but that's enough. But everything else is on the table. Everything else is up for grabs. No. Making I come from a lifestyle where making $1,000, $2,000 every day was very normal, you know. And then when my business was pretty successful, thousands, it was normal. You feel me? But what came with those things? One, street life, great risk, not worth it. Probabilities, risk versus reward, not worth it at all. The only reason anybody ever consider that shit is because you were programmed to. You right? You feel me? And the business I was in, cool reward, too much physical labor that I was deciding to do. It's my business. I'm doing the labor for my fucking business. Could have hired some workers. But the way how malleable I see this reality, I'm just like, nah, I can't do that shit. And this brings me back to trading. Because you can trade your full day physical labor. Let's say you work 10 hours out of the day, and if you're getting like you're doing some basic construction or some shit like that, if you're making $30 an hour, then you feel like you're doing good, you're cool. You feel me? So let's say like you're doing something like that along those lines. 10 hours to make $300 fucking dollars. You think that's life? Do you really think that's the reality? Can you not imagine different? You feel me? Because through the past week, I've acquired that in seconds. Seconds to minutes. I'm not even going to talk about the totals and all that. So let's not talk about the totals. Something just clicked, an understanding. And here's some game for anybody who's into the markets and reading price. I'm gonna give you some priceless game right now. Time comes before price. I'll say it one more time. Time comes before price. Level comes before behavior. If you can comprehend that right there, infinite money glitch. Infinite money glitch. But we're not going to get into that. Most people can't imagine it. Most people can't imagine it. And think about the strength of, let me big myself up for a second. Think about the strength of my fucking imagination. When everybody's saying 97% of people fail, what do you think? You think you're the top 3%? That's just a scam. It's a scam. It's all manipulation. All the limited beliefs, all the negative self-talk, people trying to inject that shit in me. And how strong is my imagination to say, nigga, fuck you, you're a bitch. I can do it. I can do it. And guess what? And guess where we are now? I went from being in the woods, confused, lost, scared, naked and afraid. You feel me? And then I found some light. And then I went from the inconsequential, not even worth mentioning percentile into the 12th percentile. And being the 12th percentile still didn't get me no fucking money. A lot of people, let me not say a lot, but some people make it into the 12th percentile and they quit. Right? Because you're there, but you're not there. You're so close, but so far. You don't start making money from trading until you're in the top 3%. And it feels good to know that I have the power through the powerhouse of my imagination, my turbocharged imagination, that I can turn an idea and I can turn my analysis of probability into money. How I look at things makes me money. I went from lost to top 12%, still not making money. Now I'm in the top 3% of traders receiving prop firm payouts. I say that to say this. You can do this at any time with anything, because in terms of life on earth, I'm an old man now. I would be considered a middle-aged person now, right? And most people my age and older, even younger, act like it's over. I can't learn nothing. I can't do nothing. You sound like a bitch to me. You're not willing to be relentless. You won't do 10,000 kicks. You won't do one kick 10,000 times. What if I told you, well, what if it all worked out? You feel me? Let me stop calling you. Let me stop calling you fucking negative self-talk motherfuckers, bitches. Let me get on my Neville Goddard shit. Let me get on my godly shit. What if it all works out? What if you keep that at the front of your fucking mind instead of you can't, or I won't, or this and that, or oh, if I try to do that, then this is going to happen. What if it all works out? Shout out to Neville Goddard. What if it all works out? Hit the like button. People chilling here not saying shit. What if it all works out? That's all you really need. You know, I'm trying to supercharge the shit, turbocharge the shit. I'm trying to tell you to create entities, thought forms, servitors. You feel me? And here's a great thing. This is very rare. And let me not even go in that direction, because to create an egregor, you might need more than one mind to come in accordance with one another. You feel me? And we ain't got time for that. Feel me? Because once you feel like you need other minds to come into accordance with you to create your idea and help you manifest this new reality and shit like that, that's when you got to deal with somebody else's negative self-image and shit like that. You don't got time for this shit. Do your shit solo. Do your shit solo. You feel me? Invest some energy in this shit. Imagine more. This nigga. Oh, like I said, you know, I'm holding out my homies. I'm holding out my homie shop right now. I'm in here talking crazy. See if anybody walks in here while I'm talking crazy. Motherfucker just been lurking by the door this whole time. Why you lurking by the door? You want to buy some highly addictive nicotine vapes or not? And I don't get these things. Listen, no, this ain't about little robots that people pause, suck on all day, and to breathe in Kool-Aid flavored air. That shit is insanity to me. And here's the thing. I will give a small comment on it. If you've never done a prolonged fast, when I say prolonged, I mean a week or longer. You feel me? My longest fast has been 21 days. I've done a bunch of weeks. I've done a bunch of 10, 13 days and shit like that. Once you've done a prolonged fast and you're deep into the fast, you become disgusted by a lot of things. Like, they're like bad bitches who you see like on social media, like bitches I know personally, and they're always going out eating nice food and shit like that. I'm like, this bitch is a fucking shit bag. That's what I was thinking deep in my like prolonged fast. I'm like, all you do is eat and shit all day. You are a little fucking shit bag. You feel me? And that's you know, we want to keep the show positive, but that is a human existence. You're just a fucking shit bag, and you just love to consume. We love to consume. You feel me? Love to eat. You feel me? Taste things. Smoke weed. I want to go smoke. I want to go hit the J right now. You want to smoke some weed. You want to drink some liquor. Eat food. Consume. Stop consuming. Just think. Here's something interesting. Here's a trick for the super lazy who's not going to do nothing I'm talking about. Here's a tip and a trick for the super lazy. Just think about it and it will start to happen. Oh no, you got to take action. The imagination and the thought is the first action. You fucking nincompoop. You feel me? Just think about it. If you're overweight or whatever, or whatever you're dealing with, just always have it on the front of your mind that however you, some people like to be very positive with themselves, however works for you in your imagination. If you got to think like, damn, just keep it on the front of your mind. I'm a fat piece of shit. This is not good for me. I got to do something about this. Don't ever get too comfortable with it. Even if you're not doing nothing about it, don't ever get too comfortable with it. Always be like, I'm a piece of shit. Keep it on the front of your mind. And that will manifest into action just one day out of your just out of the pure dissatisfaction that you're placing into the field, into the quantum field. You feel me? That you're not satisfied with the reality that's reflecting back to you, and then one day you'll start doing something about it. But that's a very slow road for the super lazy. All right. I feel like I spoke enough. People in the chat are being very quiet. Just hit the like button. I don't need you to say anything. All right? I don't need you to say anything. Let me see what's good with Wavy right quick. What it do? Text him Wavy, see if he wants to pull up real quick. And on my trading channel, I'm considering, should I teach people? Should I teach people? And the thing is, I don't want to. I would, for one, I'm not selling a course or nothing. But if I were to take on students when it comes to learning, understanding how to read price and understand a price chart and read the markets or trade or whatever, I never want to sell that service because I don't want to convince anybody to invest in themselves. That's just disgusting to me. Like, I got to market to you and convince you to invest in yourself to make you better, like you're doing me a fucking favor. You're not doing me no fucking favor. You feel me? Should I just shut it down or should I pull up some things that we watch it? Because this has been a no video show. This has been straight up talking. I didn't even pull up the little things I had saved to reference the disruptive technology and the action at a distance. But maybe we go here with it. Possibly. You know what? No, I don't want to mix this up. This is not a funny show. This is just for those who have the ears to hear. You feel me? Those who really know when somebody's dropping jewels, you pick up the jewels. Pause. You feel me? You pick up the jewels. A dummy is not going to pick up the jewels, so I can't do nothing about a dummy. You feel me? I'm not even sorry for you. It just is what it is. We're on two different planes of existence. Huh? Coming down from the heavens to talk to you niggas, man. And every day is going up. And I'm glad I've been doing shows over the past year for those who've been hanging out, that you can see the progression. You can see the relentlessness. You can see the one kick 10,000 times. You feel me? Kung Fu movie. Anybody was ever into Kung Fu flicks? Kung Fu flicks were about not giving up, going through tragedy, trauma, not giving up, going to fight the bad guy, getting beat the fuck up, embarrassed, training, going back, getting your ass beat again, potentially getting injured, healing up, training, going back. If you're not about that, we're on two totally different levels of existence. And let me quote Terrence McKenna. With your body as the laboratory, I'm doing my Terrence McKenna voice. With your body as the laboratory. That's not a good Terrence McKenna voice. And with your body as laboratory and your mind as a scientist within that laboratory, get to work. I'm paraphrasing. Get to work. Or just be a mundane drone NPC for the rest of your life. You know? Let go of all concepts that don't serve you. It's not hard to live. Making money is not difficult. You feel me? There are infinite paths. There are so many paths that it is truly infinite. The type of infinite that you cannot not perceive. Is it conceive? Conceive, is that the right word? Well, you can't fully understand the vastness of infinite. You feel me? But it's truly infinite. Your mind, the powerhouse, the imagination, that is the infinite. There isn't, you ain't never gonna get to the bottom of that shit. You got endless imagination. That means you can create a lane. You don't like what's being presented to you, create a lane. Let me go. Let me do this. I'm gonna leave out like this. Next level. I graduated. She basked in the aura. Now she's marinated. Shit. Looking good enough to eat. I was fascinated. But I'm a grown man, far from infatuated. PhD in imagination. Just let me think, change the situation. Tell the truth, all the stipulations. Get you right, get you situated. VPN, how we switch locations. Shungite pyramids for the invocations. Got our own Illuminati and initiations. Took my brother to the ocean and I held him under. Not long enough for him to drown, but long enough to wonder. I'm disagreeable, we are disagreeable, this is disagreeable.